My name is Rammer Martinez. I was born in the Dominican Republic, but raised in New York, uptown. So my name is a mixture of my parents' name. In the Dominican Republic, it was fashionable to mix names. It's still fashionable. Like, there's still people that do that. So it's Ramon, R-A-M, for Ramon, which is my dad, and M-E-R for Mercedes, which is my mom. So my name is a mix of both my parents' names. I feel it's one of those things where it could go either one way or another. Half the people are born wanting to, be somebody, like they need to fulfill something, or they're just born that way and they can't help it. I'm probably the one where I was born that way and I can't help it. So I was born always, drawing since I was a baby, before I could walk. The apartment that I was born in, I lived next to this printing place that had lots and lots of cardboard and lots of scraps of anything. And me being a little kid, I was fascinated by all the kinds of paper and the texture and all that. And I always snuck in, and it was a printing press. It was a printing press for medicine boxes and pretty much pharmaceutical company boxes or whatever. So I used to go there and I used to ask them, hey, can you give me some paper? Just anything that you're not using. And they used to be like, hey, get off, kid. This is, the heavy equipment. This is dangerous equipment. You should get out of here. But I kept coming back. And eventually they couldn't help it. And I became kind of like their mascot. And I would get all the freebies, like all the scraps of all, whatever I wanted. And I know that influenced me highly because I had an unlimited supply of paper. So I would draw all the time. I would look at stuff, and sometimes the paper itself might inspire me to draw something. Like I could see something in the paper, in the blank sheet of paper, or a cardboard piece, or it has this funky texture to it, and I want to draw something on it. So I would take those, and I lived next door. I would go home and draw it all day. One of the things that I used to draw a lot were not just human figures, but also letters. I like the idea of drawing letters the same way I would be drawing a human figure. A figure has a head, a body. It has these anchors, you got the horizontal anchors of the shoulders and the hips, and the vertical of the spine. To me, that's like an eye, It's so I fell in love with drawing letters, so I got into calligraphy. We need that. Random acts of art. We need that. At any given time, in any place, it's random acts of love, basically. So, you can never get enough of that. Why not? I think that it could be anything any moment, any person, anything that gives you an idea, that moves you. So I would like to leave it as vague as possible because I want people to not to think of, I must have an artist that I look up to, that I am influenced by. You shouldn't be that dogmatic. You should be open to anything at any given time. A falling leaf could give me an idea for an art piece.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's Sketches? Ready? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Fostering a pet for a friend or neighbor can keep families together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. 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 Woo.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
There's a movement called calligraffiti. Is basically kind of meshing calligraphy and graffiti together. That culture of discipline of art has a certain aesthetic that I kind of pick up in that culture. And I think that, there's a little bit of that going on. There's a little bit of improvisation for me. I'm painting the word you in big fat letters. Fill the letters, see what composition looks good. I like the combination of black and white and gold. It looks nice. Being that it's calligraphy, the letters are gonna be saying something. It has a phrase. So I usually come up with phrases, or I either collect phrases that I like or I come up with phrases. You're used to reading words in signage and, on books and stuff like that, and you start, getting kind of like your eye gets bored with the letters if you start seeing the same thing over and over again. So I hope that at least the letters that I write has a new look and a fresh feel for someone, and it kind of tintillates the eye. But at the same time, I hope that the message in what I'm writing, I hope that people take something from that message too. So it's not just all about the look, but it's also the message behind it. That's why we're here in the playground where, there's a school right here, there's kids coming, people, there's a supermarket right here, people that are going buy groceries, maybe or play basketball. Hopefully they stop by and take a gather that, here in their hood, there could be some nice art, hopefully. Right. I hope that's what it inspires. This is one that I particularly came up with. Art is the USU, you can, and then in the bottom here, I'm gonna put you. I hope they see words and letters in a new way. Open your mind to letting yourself be inspired, and whatever you feel like doing it, try to stay in that moment. There's like the heat, the white heat of that moment, because it will never be repeated. If you let that moment pass, it's not gonna be like the first time around. So the moment you feel that impulse and you feel moved, obey that movement and see where it takes you.